When I was a little girl, I was crazy about my older half-sister. I wanted to do what she did and do things the way she did them. I would tag along everywhere she went. Plus, my mother made her. If she wanted to go, I went with. On Saturdays, we'd go to the library and stop at the malt shop. I loved going there. It was designed to look just like the ones you'd see in the movies. I'd have a soft pretzel and a root beer in a frosted mug. The pretzels were 2 for a nickel. The root beers were 5 cents each. To get to the library, we'd walk through West Park. There was a lake, a ballpark, and a war memorial. Kids would climb all over the memorial. It had a cannon. It was rusty with little holes, which the kids would use to climb up the cannon, climb in and slide through and come out the bottom. We were on our way home from the library and running late, but we stopped to play. This was 1958 and not a friendly time for blacks. We were never in the park after dark. It was dangerous. So we didn't play long. I climbed up and onto the cannon and started to slide down. I got through the middle and my foot broke through one of the rusted holes. My whole leg went through and I couldn't get it out. My sister tried and tried, but the metal was cutting in my thigh. It was getting late. My sister told me she was going to get some help. She said, "Be quiet, don't be scared." I was so scared. Our house was 12 blocks away. She ran and walked as fast as she could to our house. I was so scared. I looked up. It was getting dark. I'd never been out at night by myself. I could hear people walking by. Some teens were hanging out in front of the cannon. They were cursing real bad and smoking cigarettes and saying mean things. One of them said, "I hate black niggers. They should kill all of them." I was so scared. I was crying. I heard the teens leave. I couldn't tell how long I'd been in the cannon, but it felt like a long time. It was dark now and I was hungry and I wanted my mother. I started crying real hard. Some people were walking by, then they stopped. The woman said, "Listen, I hear crying." I covered my mouth. They walked on. I prayed the 13th Psalm. "How long wilt thou forget me, O Lord, forever? How long wilt thou hide thy face from me?" Then I prayed the 23rd Psalm. "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures." My mother read them to us every night before she went to work. I talked quietly to Jesus. I knew he was my friend. I learned that from my mother. I looked out the opening of the cannon at the sky. I could see stars. I told myself they were angels sent by God to watch over me. Moments later, I could hear faint sirens. They were getting closer. Then there was a lot of noise and flashing lights. A light shined into the cannon. I looked up and I heard a man say, "She's in there." They used a tool to bend the metal and freed my leg. Then they lifted me out. There was a crowd of people, firemen and police. My mother was standing by the fire truck with some of our neighbors. She was crying, holding her arms out, reaching for me. Mommy looked so beautiful, her long hair pulled back in a ponytail. She was wearing a black and white polka dot skirt, a white blouse, and a yellow sweater. The policeman offered us a ride home. Mommy said, "No, we're fine." Mommy carried me all the way home. I love my mommy. Psalm 56, verse 3. "Whenever I'm afraid, I will trust in you."